The art of writing is the art of discovering what you believe. One of the amazing quotes that I read. Writing enables you to express your thoughts without any limits. You can even create magic and wonders using the words while you pen down your thoughts. Hola, listeners, welcome to a brand new episode of the podcast Giridhar's Garady. You are with the host, Giridhar. Of course, along with me, today we have a guest in the show who is an amazing writer. He is someone who is smart, cool, friendly, and above all, a scintillating personality who has unlimited passion towards writing. On this note, let me welcome the guest for today's episode, Srikanth. Hi, Srikanth. Welcome to Giridhar's Gardy. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Giridhar. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Thank you so much. All right. Just one question before we start. How do you feel like being here as a guest on this podcast?
I will have to admit, I'm quite nervous, as this is my first podcast ever. I always had this stage fright, which, as you know, I'm currently working on. Although I'm not on a stage right now delivering some speech, but this feels the same. I'm really excited to begin this podcast and share some of my experiences with writing. To put a disclaimer before we begin, I'm not a great writer, but I aspire to be one in the future.
Awesome. Okay, Srikanth, tell me, why do you love writing?
Okay. To start with, I love the process of writing, not just the end result. The result is just the byproduct of that process. Just imagine sitting on your comfortable chair, sipping hot coffee, and penning down your thoughts, such as bringing some character to life when you're writing a novel, or figuring out your feelings at that exact point in time, or just to reevaluate your idea, is actually a very soulful experience. I'm not sure if everyone would feel this way at the start of their writing journey. And to be honest, I haven't felt it. But if you really want to try out writing, then you should first love the process, which at times is peaceful and at most of the time is excruciating. No one likes the feeling of being stuck at some point and unable to proceed further. This happens a lot. Everyone knows that writing is all about bringing your thoughts or ideas to life. Whatever the reason may be, writing those things down would definitely add some realness and credibility to those thoughts. You can easily evaluate your thoughts and work towards addressing them in a much concrete way. So, in a nutshell, the only reason I was intrigued to write and in due course fell in love with the process is when I started to write down my thoughts and understand if those thoughts or ideas or feelings are actually real. I just wanted to relive those experiences, and by writing, I could do that. It's not like I woke up one fine day and loved writing. It's actually a step by step gradual process, like perfecting any hobby.
That's good to hear. I'm sure every writer can connect with you with what you have already said now.
Right.
All right. So, how did you develop this passion towards writing?
When I was 10 years old, as a part of my school competition, I actually wrote a small story, which entails the story of a king who had these superpowers and how he uses those powers to rule his kingdom through various difficulties. This is just a high level view of that story. The story was based on all the experiences or the stories I heard till then. And at the end of the day, I was the winner of that competition. This made me realize that I could pen down my thoughts and people would actually love it. Sadly, I had to drop the idea of writing for a long time due to studies. I picked it up again during my undergraduation days as a freelance writer for some startups such as Sportskeeda. Everyone must have heard it. And now I'm continuously aiming to write at least 15 to 20 minutes a day so that I can continue working on this habit.
Wow, you worked as a freelancer. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay. So, usually, what are the topics or concepts on which you would like to pen down your thoughts?
I'm greatly inclined towards sci fi drama. The main reason is that there is no limit to your imagination in this genre. Whatever you can think of, you can write a story around it and say that it's fiction. Within sci fi, I would like to write on topics pertaining to space, time travel, superpowers, etc.
Oh, okay. I think I still remember the time when we were in the Toastmasters club and you took some topic about space
Right.
when you were in Toastmaster of the Day.
Yes, yes. Extraterrestrial to be precise.
Yeah, correct. Now I remember the poster as well.
Yeah.
All right. So, can you share with us some of the novels that you wrote recently? Maybe you can give a brief description about them.
Sure. Firstly, as I said, I'm not a great writer. I'm still pursuing something I love to do. And my ultimate aim would be to convert this hobby into something real in the future. In the due course, currently I'm working on a novel that mainly revolves around a kid who has got a strange power of time travel. So this story involves a lot about dreams and dual consciousness. So as I told you, it's all about sci-fi and all about your imagination. How that kid with no knowledge about the world and the powers he possesses changes himself as a person to save others. So this is a novel which I'm currently working on.
Hmm, that sounds interesting. I can understand how you have to be creative to pen down thoughts on something that you are going to create or fiction kind of thing.
Right, right, exactly.
Okay. So what kind of magic that we can create while we pen down our thoughts?
Okay, I can start with an example. When you're working on a novel, let's say right from the start, you can introduce a character as some kind of a bad guy or a bad person. But as a reader reads through the book and understands the various situations the character was put in, that character's journey gradually grows into reader's mind, which they can relate to, and they start to empathize with that character. It's like you control that character during the whole process and in turn also give some way for the reader's perception to evolve. This way we can actually learn a lot about ourselves too. This is the kind of magic we can create while we pen on our thoughts. We can accentuate our thinking by putting ourselves in that character's shoes and seeing how that character evolves as we go by.
Wow, that's amazing, Srikanth. I'm just curious to know now, like, who would you take as a source of inspiration for writing?
Okay, so my main source of inspiration has always been one person, J.K. Rowling. I'm a big Harry Potter fan, or you may call it a Potterhead, and I have read the first book in the year 2000. She has brought all the characters to life with her writing. I just get into that wizarding world whenever I read those books and forget about the real world existence. The one personal trait I would like to learn from her is her perseverance. As we all know, it took a hell lot of years for her to actually publish her first book. This shows her perseverance, dedication, and passion towards her writing.
Oh, that's good. Okay. So now can you share with us one best thing that happened in your journey of writing so far?
Sure. I've always been a shy guy, an introvert. You may also know that personality about me. I'm not much of a talker, but I consider myself much of a thinker. The best thing that has happened to me in this short journey of writing is that I got to know myself better. I started to write on all the things which I couldn't say in person or could have said in a particular situation. It's like lots of thoughts goes on in my mind, and at the end, I end up saying nothing. My thoughts are all scattered in every possible direction. But with the help of writing, I was able to put a structure to all my thoughts. So this was the best thing that has happened to me in my journey of writing so far.
Yes, yes, that's absolutely true. In fact, I agree with you because even I'm an a passionate writer. So yes.
Right.
Okay. So Shrikant, now tell me, did you ever face any challenges while trying to pen down your thoughts? And if so, what are they and how did you overcome them?
A lot. I faced a lot of challenges because this is my initial phase during my writing journey. Whenever I try to write something which is going on in my mind, the other thoughts would take over, which seems more interesting than the first one. So, to put it in an example, while I'm writing about a certain character, I would write down about that character for a long time. And I would actually end up finishing that character's journey. and suddenly out of nowhere, a new idea pops up, which makes my earlier writing look very average. Then I go and I change everything again. So this is a very cumbersome process. I'm still trying to overcome this and also a little small challenges by understanding how great writers such as J.K. Rowling came out of it when they were struck at some point in their writing journey.
Yes, that's true. Even if we take a single concept today, we'll have one thoughts, and after some years, if we take the same concept, there will be some maturity in our thoughts, and
Right.
definitely that happens with every writer. Yeah. Okay. So, what are the things that you learned so far while you have been writing?
Okay. Writing, as I said, had a great influence on me personally and professionally as well. One good thing, as I mentioned, that has happened while writing is to it made sure that I structured my thoughts. Other than that, I'm working on improving my concentration. I was very bad at concentrating a couple of years back. If you would have looked at me, like I could not even spend more than 2 to 3 minutes on something without getting distracted. With the help of this writing and over a year of my work on this writing, I've been able to improve my focus by at least 50%. So this has been the best learning that has happened to me while I've been writing.
That's good. So, Shrikant, before we wind up this concept, just one message for our listeners with respect to the art of writing or the magic of penning.
Sure, sure. So writing helps you think clearly. If you're working on an idea, write down quickly. This way, you have your draft version of that idea and you can continue building on it rather than just sitting and whiling away your time, just thinking about it in your mind. And another example is if you feel troubled or confused or overwhelmed during certain situations, just by writing down your thoughts, you can be honest with yourself and also try to find the source of your trouble, which is causing this kind of confusion. Then the next step would be to address that source.
Wow, that's amazing, Shrikant. Thank you so much for that amazing message.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So now it's time for us to move on to our next segment, that is the rapid fire round. So let me tell you that this is just for fun and there is no logic involved here. So feel
Right.
free to experience this. Are you ready?
Sure, I'm ready.
Yeah, great. So my first question to you, Shrikant, in the rapid fire round. Writing in English or Telugu?
English.
Okay. Maybe you are targeting global audience?
Exactly.
Got it. Okay. Writer or poet?
Writer.
Okay. Early morning or late night writing?
At any given point in time, late night writing.
High five. So it's the same with me.
Right.
Great. Physical handwriting or virtual keyboard typing?
Both, depending upon the situation.
Hmm. Great. Writing on Saturday or Sunday?
Any day.
Okay. That talks about your passion.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Writing in the font Arial or Calibri?
I've always preferred Calibri.
Okay. Why so?
I'm not sure. I just love that style, maybe, or I've been habituated to that style right from the start, so I haven't changed it.
Great. That's a wise answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, Writing in Notepad or Word document?
Word document because it's easy.
Yeah, and it autocorrects.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Fictitious story or personal experience?
Adding your personal experience in a fictitious story.
That's a beautiful answer. One wise
Yeah,
answer again.
yeah.
Okay. Humorous writing or inspirational writing?
Both.
Okay. But as far as I remember, you are very good at inspirational writing.
Yeah, but I'm trying to improve my humorous angle as well.
Oh, superb, superb. Wish you all the very best.
Thank you so much.
Okay. So my last question to you, Shrikant, in the rapid fire round, in fact, the most favorite one. Let's see what you are going to say.
Okay.
Giridhar or Shrikant?
Obviously, Giridhar, for giving me this opportunity.
Ah, thank you so much, Shrikant. Thank you so much. And I would say, Shrikant, for accepting my proposal to be on this podcast.
It's been my pleasure, and thank you so much for hosting me.
All right. Thank you so much for being with us, Shrikant, today. We look forward to having you once again on this podcast in the near future.
I would love to. I would love to. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
You too, and all the very best for your future endeavors with respect to your writing.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so that's the end of today's episode, listeners. I'll be back next week with another amazing guest. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. See you.